420 Jim here. Oh gosh, I'm tired. It's been a long day for some reason. But my package came in, so I'm happy. Depending on the weather tomorrow, I may be moving on from Springfield. I have not yet decided where. It all depends about me filing the court case tomorrow and all. Hey, One World. But they came in. I got them. I got 800 of them. That's what 400 look like. That's like what 400 looks like. Yeah, they're like 10 different colors. I think there's 10 different colors. So far, I've only given one away. Only one person's come by since I picked them up, and she loved it. When she was walking away, she said, "Oh, I got a baby Jesus." So that's cool. I like giving them out, so I'm happy to have them. $100 more broke, but I like having them. Hey, no. What are you doing? What are you doing? I got all the pups out here on the couch playing around right now. Of course, I've only got 4 now. Soon to be 1. It was like $110 or $20 with tax and everything for 800. Yeah. Which ain't bad. It's not really bad. But if I didn't have my retirement, I wouldn't be able to afford to buy them and give them out like that. So that's why I did everything. I waited until my retirement came in. I made the order, and now I've got them. But I had them almost all the way up until I need them. I only went a couple of days without them. I'm pretty happy with that, you know. And usually once a couple people hear that I have them, "Hey, Will, what's up?" They tell others, and others will come by. Not a problem, Will. Not a problem, brother man. I'll be here and try to pay attention. I'm worn out. I'm glad I decided to not listen to the weatherman today and put the flags and stuff out. I didn't get a whole lot of people by, but I did get rid of one dog. The runt went to a real good home. And I don't think I made it, maybe $1 in donations. Donations have been really, really hard today. But not many people stop by either. Oh no, nope, I gotta take that back. I made $20 plus a little change. A guy flipped me a $10 bill, and I gave him one of them signs. I had like $4 in maybe. And he turned around and handed me another $10 bill. So, I made just like 22 today, I guess. That covers the generator gas and coffee and maybe lunch, you know what I mean? It's cool. Damn. What's up, Ray? Y'all might have seen the parking police came by. Very nice though. He was very respectful and very nice. And he's like, man, you know, I have to come, I have to check. Just let me throw out my tape. La-di-da. You're cool. La-di-da. And he was very, I mean, that's the way that should have been handled. I mean, come on. You can't judge 30 foot. Maybe you should get a different job. I mean, if that's part of your job, you should at least be able to walk it off. But unless it was, you know, an accident, a crime or something, you know, what the hell, getting out tape measure and, you know, stuff. Come on. But I was 37 feet away from the stop sign, not the curb, the stop sign. Which is 7 foot that I could go closer. Now I can go about 9 foot closer because when I went to go get the figurines and get some food at Walmart and stuff, gas for the generator and all, I went ahead and drove because I had to get gas, I had to get food, and I had to get the figurines. And I didn't want to leave the RV that long. So when I come back and parked, I think I parked an extra like 2 foot back. Oh, what happened there was the guy that gave me the $20. Of course, I knew the black guy was up to something, trying to sell drugs or something. That's the only reason they hang around. People stop to see me and they, oh yeah, you can go over there and, you know, make a donation. He'll let you tag it. See, I don't want people doing that around me. And I don't do that to people. You shouldn't do it, especially walking on McDonald's property and stuff, you know. So, but that was plainly what he was here for, especially when he set his stuff out here by the tree by me and all. But I'm cool. I didn't say nothing or anything. But sure enough, as soon as that guy stopped, he went over there and whatever. And he seen the guy give me the 10 and another 10. And he said whatever to him and whatnot. And then he ended up walking over to the guy in the parking lot. Then another guy out there parks and comes over and starts talking with him and all. And I told him, you know, I'm going to go find another spot to park. It don't work when I have someone pulled up behind me. It just don't work, and it don't. And the guy that gave me 20 said, I understand this, that, and the other. And my guy walks off, grabs a stereo speaker or something. The guy had told me, yeah, I gave him $20 just to help him out, basically. And I told him, that's cool and all, but see, that gives them reason to hang around because they think another person's going to do it and stuff. So really, it kind of hurts me that you did that, but it's cool. You know what I mean? And then when the brother come back over, you know, we was talking whatnot. And it was like, well, why are you leaving, you know? And I'm like, well, the first people that come by is parking. The second person that's going to come by is the law. And that's normally how it happens. Now, the law probably wouldn't come by for me, but he definitely did say something to them when he walked by. And the guy was standing out here walking around drinking a Miller High Life and stuff. I mean, come on. So I just told him, you know, I can't have that car behind me and whatnot. People are going to think that you're selling drugs. You know, I know different. I haven't seen you sell none, but that's what happens. So I've got to find another spot. And after I got my flags in and the papers down, so I could drive down there, he pulls away. I had a feeling he would. But I'm parked right back at the same spot. But I had a feeling he would. But I was as nice as you could be to him, you know what I mean, and everything, and I think he understood. I told him, bro, I just don't want you in trouble. Because next time, I said, someone called and sent parking. I was here yesterday, I've been here all morning and whatnot, which is true. I've had no problem until you started to park behind me. And then you're sitting over here on the McDonald's grass and stuff. I said, I've had no problems. Now all of a sudden, I got another vehicle behind me. A lot of people do that trying to sell people pot because they found out that I don't sell pot. Or bum money, whatever. I attract people for them to solicit. And I said, if he's seen you, when he came by your car and said whatever he said, which is none of my business, if he's seen that beer, seen beer cans, or smelled on your breath or anything, the cops will be the next ones by. Because if somebody makes a complaint, they're not going to send the city guy again. They're going to send a cop. And I just don't want you to blame me if, something happens or something, I'm just kind of looking out for you and your old lady. And I've got something to pick up, and see ya. And I guess he packed up his car and got ready to go and pulled off just right before I did. But actually, I needed that motivation of him being there for me to take all my flags down, take my signs down, put everything away so I could drive down and get everything done. Because honestly, I would have at most got some gas at the gas station while he was parked behind me. But I really didn't feel comfortable walking away from the vehicle, them seeing me walk down the street, especially carrying a gas can, knowing I'm going to be gone in a few minutes. I didn't want to take the chance of them doing something to RV. Not that they would, but you never know with people nowadays. They think you have money, drugs, or whatever. It's real easy to break into something. So, yeah. No, I've had people do that all the time, especially homeless people. You'd be sitting downtown by a bar or something. They want to just hand out and camp or trying to act like they're hustling with you and whatnot. And I tell them, no. Please don't tell people nothing at all. Not that I'm accepting donations for tagging a vehicle. I don't need you to solicit from me. I don't do that. And generally they listen. And as always, and you've got the other ones in all cases. Thank good there's a lot more good people than bad. Yeah, and the car wasn't in the best of look, condition, and shape. Pretty beat up. Definitely needed a paint job. All of that. Looked like there's living in it and everything. It didn't look good parked behind here. To me, it didn't look good. But hey, they have as much right as me, so I wasn't going to say nothing. Fed up? What are you talking about? What the hell? Are you one of the trolls asking $0 an hour or something? Your question is kind of stupid. Would you explain it? Maybe I'm missing something. Oh, you're just being stupid? Okay, we figured that. Well, seeing as you want to make a stupid comment and not explain yourself, I'll bid you good day and goodbye. I like subscribe. Well, I don't know if you're a subscriber or not. I love people to see my channel, my message. I love subscribers and all, but I'm not here to put up with BS. I'm here for peace, love, and cannabis. And I'd like to remind everybody out there that the Father gave us every herb-bearing seed. And what we all need, yeah, a little Jesus. That's what my channel's about. Oh yeah, they're just stupid. I don't need them. I block them. Like I say, if they come back and tell me or explain themselves, why tolerate them? You know what I mean? Why leave their comment on my video? Why tolerate them? They want that 2 seconds of fame, you know? Like one guy on TikTok, the trucker shires. There was a thing about how come the homeless are tearing up the showers at the truck stop and this, that, and the other. You know, taking too long in the shower and leaving a mess, this, that, and the other. It's like, whoa, wait a minute. Come on now. Showers are $23 in most truck stops now. Between 18 and 23, depending on where you go. And they hardly a homeless person in the world going to pay that kind of money per shower. They might happen to get one off a truck or something, but I guarantee you, 9 times out of 10, it's a damn trucker that did that to the bathroom and the shower, not a homeless person. Okay? Well, he had to put on there something about blah, 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 you know, you get free showers. And I put, no, you're absolutely wrong. You get free showers when you buy fuel. And you accumulate fuel points. That's how you get free showers. Now, most drivers don't pay for their fuel, their company does. But the company pays for fuel, and therefore the driver gets a shower. Whether he uses it, don't use it, or gives it to someone else, someone paid for that shower, correct? The company. The trucker gave it to you, whatever. Someone used their points, and to get them points, they had to pay to get them points. Try to spell it out as best you can. But I'd be damned to get his couple seconds of fame. Of course, he had to come back and say, you're absolutely wrong, la da da da. I get free unlimited showers, yada, 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 yada. So my last video, I'm like, dude, I just got to flat out call you a liar. That's what you are. You might not pay 1 penny for that shower. Absolutely. Somebody give me one. I might not pay a penny. Absolutely. But someone paid for that shower. No one is giving away free showers. You have to buy something to get it. And I haven't seen a response since. But I've gotten quite a few likes on it. And it's the truth, you know. And why people want to argue for a couple seconds of fame or something? You know what I mean? It doesn't make no sense. Someone pays for that shower. And truckers, they're not going to give free showers out at them truck stops. You have all the unlimited you want as long as your boss is paying for that fuel and you're buying it at that gas station. Yeah, I hear Planet Fitness and Gold Gyms are good. And I can tell you from experience, at least at one truck stop, because I worked at a Flying J in Fairburn, South Dakota. And I worked there 39 days straight. I went to work one day and left work 39 days later. without a day off. Now, they offered me a day off, but they never had hired no one or nothing. They didn't have no one to cover the shift. And I'm like, y'all don't mind paying overtime. I don't mind working. That's why when the trolls say I'm lazy and don't work and all, so much bullshit. What kind of how many people you know that's willing to work 39 days straight without a day off? I'm one of them. Especially, you gonna pay me overtime? Hell yeah, I'll work. So one of my jobs was cleaning the bathrooms and the showers. And them women are the most nastiest creatures on earth. I mean, yeah, the men's room sometimes was kind of bad, here and there, but oh my God. I figure it's because the women don't have to clean it. Because they damn sure don't treat their restrooms and stuff at their homes like that. Oh my God, the most nastiest restrooms I've been in. Women. Yeah, just absolutely nasty. Right on. It's like the idiot that came on and made the comment the other night, and we know who it is. It's just freaking two trolls that they say the same things all over. And Bryson's the one that started it. But anyhow, how long's it been before you showered? Number one, what's it in it? Your damn business. I'm not around you. You're not in my vehicle. How the hell do you know when I'm taking a shower or not? For many, many, many people, many, many years, people wash their pits and their cracks, a whore's bath, whatever. It's not that great on the body to be showering it and washing all your defense off every day. It's really not. Hell, back in the day, what'd they do? They had it once a month. Once a month. And they always washed the children first because the water got so damn dirty they wouldn't see the child in the water. Or that's, the tale from the old days or whatever. Well, that could happen in a men's or a women's. But I just couldn't believe how nasty the women are. Oh my gosh. Maybe it's a Fairburn, South Dakota thing. I don't know. But the guy that trained me, of course, I don't know if he's ever been in another Flying J or not. But he told me the women's is always worse, and he wasn't kidding. Man, I was in another truck stop one time, and there was a log so big in this toilet that one would have to go over and kind of get a little closer and look and see if it's really real. I mean, man, I kind of would like to have seen the person that got up that laid that. But I don't know how in the world they got it flushed out, whoever had to clean that up. But it's the biggest turd I ever seen in my life. Long and round. One big enough that you'd have to literally go over there and say, is that real? Yeah. Big around as my damn fist there. Big around as my fist and a good 8 inches long. And I'm like, damn! Glad I ain't working here. Well, it's one thing like that one. There's no way that guy could have flushed the shit. But he should have got a bag and took it out and did something with it. Why leave it for the poor maintenance man? But I'd never seen nothing like that in my life. What I don't like is just regular shit and people can't flush the toilet. You go into Walmart or somewhere and there'd be a toilet full of shit. It's like, what the hell? You push the lever, it flushes, it's not clogged or nothing. They just didn't want to flush. Who knows? Maybe I'll find a place to set up next to the courthouse tomorrow. Or I may just set up with the 2-hour parking limit. I didn't think about that. I'll probably go there early in the morning, 8 o'clock, and then sit out there until 10 o'clock, whatever. If the meters start at 9, sit out there until 11. But I'm thinking about getting downtown at 8 o'clock, which is only 2.5 miles. I can park on the city property while I go in or the courthouse while I go in and do the courthouse stuff. But then I can pull out on the street and stay downtown 2 hours without moving. Or I can play their game of moving every 2 hours. You got to pay the meters, but But I may sit down there 2 hours, just the hell of it. Pay the meters for 2 hours, sit downtown for 2 hours. Depends on the parking and all. Oh. Damn, I still need to feed the big dogs. I fed the puppies. They're all laid out and sleeping. A guy donated matches to sign the RV today. Penny, nickel, dime, roach, anything at all. Yeah, he donated some matches for your matchless friends. I'm like, thank you. Gave him a marker. Yeah, but see, the thing is, they can kick you out of them all-you-can-eat buffets. They do it all the time. My favorite all-you-could-eat buffet was chicken and catfish. It was in Mississippi. I forget the name of the place. But it was chicken and catfish. I mean, they had sides. But once a week, they had an all-you-could-eat chicken and catfish. And we used to take baggies and stuff the baggies full of chicken and fish and stuff, put it in our purse, in their jacket, whatever. But we'd take baggies every time we went and come back with a ton of chicken and fish. Catfish, fried catfish. Man, I tell you what, we'd go there and half a bottle of Tabasco sauce later and whoop, and about 5, 6, 7 pounds. Yeah, we got our money's worth every week. And it was good, real good. Yeah. Ah. I remember one time, this, I don't know why I remember this, but one time I was driving tow truck, and me and the owner didn't see eye to eye, and he told me to do something, whatever, and it was against something I shouldn't be doing or whatever it was, and I told him no. So he told me I was fired. So I come by the car lot, parked the truck, and went home. He calls me up and says, you need to bring me my keys and unload the truck. And I'm like, you need to give me my check. He said, well, you can get that at the end of the week. I'm like, that's when you can get your truck keys, at the end of the week. Then, of course, he sent the police over, you know, type deal, whatever. And the police had me give him the keys to his truck. But he was still stuck. He needed that car off the truck. And he didn't have a tow truck driver or nothing. And he didn't know how to operate it. He just owned it. He owned a car lot. He knew nothing about the damn tow truck. So, long story short, he cut me my check. Well, he gave me cash, I think. Cash or check, either one. And I unloaded the truck, or the car that was on the back of the truck. But I wasn't about to do a damn thing for him until he paid me. Hey, fed up. Did it take you that long to make another one of your stupid accounts? Huh? Did it take you that long to make another one? Why didn't you have a bunch of them like you did the other day? You're slipping there, stupid. You show your stupidity on my channel. Why don't you smoke a joint, chill out, get in touch with Yahshua, and he'll introduce you to Yahweh, and you don't have to troll the internet and do stuff like that. But your stupidity, every comment's a good, works good. Oh yeah, you're a pedophile, huh? You show that you're a pedophile. That's cool. Now we know you're a pedophile. Hey everybody, look for Fed Up, the pedophile, on the page. You know, they make good wood chippers. All you pedophiles, y'all need to be in the wood chipper. Take care of it. Line them all up. Take a 50 caliber and see how many it will go through. Yeah, I'm not sorry, folks. I have no tolerance for pedophiles. None. Of course, a man's not until he's proven guilty. But it sure looks like that he's pretty well guilty. And I don't say free a damn person. They wouldn't free me. They would go to trial. And any one of you idiots that say free him before he had a fair trial are pedophile lovers or whatever. You think it's cool? You think it's right? Yeah, I hope they put all you pedophiles on death row like Trump wants. That'd be the best presidential order ever wrote to date. If it's proven, I mean, not just hearsay, because they are people that lie and stuff. But if it's a proven fact, someone like you, P. Diddy, whatever, is found 100% guilty, and we know you are, proven fact, you know, yeah, get rid of them all. That's one thing that cures pedophiles. They can't reoffend then. Not at all. I knew he'd show his stupidity before long. And that free Diddy just showed it. Ah, shit. Idiot. Hey, everybody, make sure you go to UpFed's page and give them a thumbs down on wanting a pedophile released, would you? Tell him what a pedophile lover he is, will you? I don't have no shirt that says I touch boys on it, but now we all know that you're a damn troll. because you or your boyfriend made that shirt. Yeah, but you will find out what happens for making that shirt. You really are, and it ain't gonna be too far along. Stupid idiot. But now that I know that it's one of them two, I've got to block them. Yeah, because I don't conversate. Once I know that it's one of them, I don't conversate back and forth. But if the FBI ever gets off of their freaking ass and does their job and investigates, assholes like that can't do stuff like that. But until they get off their ass and do their jobs on cyber crime and stuff, yeah, they can torment older people. You know, that's why I had the elder abuse petition, because of assholes like that. And you know how much they disrespect the elder? He signed the petition. Oh, I know who it is. And you know by what they say when it's a troll. And when they say something that only the trolls have said before, then I know it is. You know, I suspect them all along. Mainly, most people that use just a stupid name, like Fed Up and stuff, you know. Then you go to their profile, there's no videos, there's no followers, and I mean, it's just, you know, yeah. But they got some surprises coming this year. And if I talk or tell people about them, they won't be surprises, will they? But all I'm willing to say at this time is they got surprises coming this year. And hey, follow me along, subscribe, follow my channel. Y'all be part of these surprises. Y'all will be part of the surprises you follow along. Huh. Oh, the one stupid idiot's got 400 and some videos of me. And most of them are chopped up bullshit. I'll say something and he won't put the whole story that leads to it. He chops it off to make me look bad. I'll give you, for instance, a guy from another country thought he owned the street. Just like, say, McDonald's called the place, or the gas station the other day in Joplin. I don't give a shit. The gas station don't own the street. So when this guy come at lunchtime, whatever, and came over and yelling and hollering at me that I had to get to move, no, I don't. How dare you? Well, I own this shopping center. Dude, I don't care what you own. You don't own the streets. And he's on and on and on. I'm like, dude, if you don't like the laws in America, go back to your country. And I'll tell that to anybody. That don't make me racist or nothing else. If you don't want to come to this country and live by the laws of the land and stuff, then go back to your damn country. Simple as that. I love and welcome anybody in this country, but they got to follow the same fucking rules as me and stuff. You know what I mean? Just because you got money and from the, that don't make you a damn thing in my book. Except somebody that thinks you're above American laws and stuff. But see, he thought I was selling drugs stuff. See, he was just too all upset and this, that, and the other. So of course this idiot chops his video and telling people I'm racist. You know, I got a black, a Hispanic, a white, I'm the farthest from racist you would ever see. But by him chopping that video and all, you would think I was racist. Because I did tell him to go back to this company if he doesn't like it. Now you go watch the video after the guy found out and cooled down what I was doing. His security guard explained to him and everything. He's like, man, come park on my parking lot. Anytime you come to town, don't park on the street where a car can hit you or anything, man. You have permission to park in my parking lot when you come back into town. That's how we left. Sure, in the beginning, we're arguing back and forth like people do. But we were men and stuff. We weren't some punk on a keyboard chopping videos, trying to cite riots and stuff from people trying to make them think that I'm racist. because that's the farthest from the truth. But see, that's what these idiots try to do. And it's totally illegal, and it shouldn't be done, because some person may think I'm racist just from that, because they don't see the whole video. And they see that, no, I'm not racist at all. I'm sure if I could go over and do an interview with that guy, he'd tell you I'm not racist. I didn't say anything racist. I'll tell it to anybody that's in this country. Love it or leave it. Love it or leave it. If you don't love this country and want to, you know, I know a lot of the laws and rules suck, but we all abide by them. That's this country. I love it. If I didn't love it, I'd leave it. They want to come here, not this guy, but a lot of people want to come here, and they think they can change things and this, that, and other. And hell no. You didn't like your country, you left it to come here. We don't want to change the way your country you left from is. Or that's the way I look at it. Shit. But that's just one video. But he does that with all the videos. You won't see a full video. You will see chops of this, that, and the other, where he can say, oh, look, he does, he chewed out his this, But you know what? I'm more live on the computer last 10 years than I have been private. There's been very few days in the last 11 years that this face and body has not been on the internet. Almost everything I do every day is broadcast on this internet. All they do, you go back and you look at their stupid bullshit. When Rhonda was looking things up for him, the one that they had her so mad at me, she bumped me with her car and stuff there in Topeka. She gave him a thing saying that I help pay domestic violence and I help pay child abuse with my divorce funds. The divorce, they give it to these programs. They put all over the internet that I had been with mugshot and stuff that had nothing to do with any of that, saying that I'd been arrested for child abuse and domestic violence. All over the internet, they had proof and everything. And that the proof was what Rhonda was bringing me that day I got assaulted. And she said, I told him not to do that. That was not that you had been charged or anything with it. That was simply saying that this, and she highlighted. So I believe her. It's actually highlighted where it's the money, you know, it says 20 something. Because I was wondering, what the hell's that? Child abuse, $5.19. Domestic violence, $1.38. I mean, what the hell's this? Why you got money beside it? So first thing I do is call my ex-wife's stepmom, which is an attorney, and done our divorce. And I'm like, wait, whoa, what the hell's this? Why does it say out? And she says, hey, slow down. You see price by? I said, yeah. She says, well, in Ohio, if a divorce costs $1,000, they're going to split it up to different departments. Everybody gets a little piece of the pie. Women's shelters, domestic violence, whatever. And to me, that's cool. That's really, really cool. And I never knew that. But they do that in Ohio. And see, they knowingly know that that's what that was. It don't say anything about me, of child, of nothing like that. It says that I paid into that through my divorce. That's all it is. But yet I have to put with them putting it all over the internet that I was arrested for that or had been charged with that or whatever. That's beyond cyber stalking and crimes, my friend. They had that lady in Topeka so upset at me that she backed out and then came forward, and thank the good Lord above she slammed on the brakes. Because that car did bump into my legs. If I was fake and whatever, I would have fell to the ground and yelled, call me an ambulance. Yeah, that's a fake person. I'm not fake. I'm real, and I tell the truth. And the truth will set you free. Both the main trolls, go back. Ask any of my longtime viewers probably. Go back. First one, Indiana. They're so damn butthurt and stuff that I was asked to be the voice of the vets out there at the healing fields. This idiot didn't even know about the healing fields until a couple of years later. He started everything. Mouthing off outside my motorhome. That's a video. He started everything. Well, another trucker stepped in a few days later and started pretending to be him. That guy finally come forward last year and actually gave me $600 to get home to the family with and apologized to me and all my viewers. But oh, stupid, the one that started all this and swears he had nothing to do with it, decides he's going to keep it up. Because meanwhile, the guy in Rochester, New Hampshire, we call the Con Father, begged me to come to Rochester. I go up there, spend a week, everything's fine. A month later, a friend sends him $400 to come to one of our grill and chills. He takes the money, accepts the money, and he don't come. I ask him about it. He makes his pages and stuff. He's made all these videos since. Nothing but a piece of shit. Took 11 of my club cards and cut them up and stuff. I never did nothing to him, his family, or nobody in his family or nothing. You know? He's a minister. To who? Satan? He says he performs marriages and exorcists and all this stuff. He's an online minister. What, to Satan? So, it is what it is. And, yeah, by the time I get to D.C., pretty sure that them feds are going to get involved one way or another. Oh, you're so full of shit. You're so full of shit, my eyes are brown. Why did you leave it off of the video? Why did you leave it off of the video? See, now you just showed who you are, you lying piece of shit bong father. Goodbye. Well, tell your nephew to talk to some people and ask them why the hell this can go on. Seriously. Seriously. Maybe someone can pay a little attention. I just got to get the right person to hear it. They're lucky I haven't been pushing the elder abuse petition at all. I guess I'm going to have to start pushing it. Have you noticed? I direct everybody away from it. I'm trying to build up this other one. But I'm probably going to have to start getting the other one built up. Once I find out who that is making the fake account, that it's either the bong father or one of the main trolls, yes, I delete them. Because I don't want to conversate with them. I don't want them on my page. I want nothing to do with them. I want them to spend some time in prison, if you want the honest truth. I tried forgiving them. They don't want that. Next step, let them sit in prison. Maybe they'll come to Jesus, you know. But I leave all that up to the good Lord. But no, once I know who they are, and just by what they say, I know who they are, yeah, I hide them from my page. That's why they come back with a different name every time. They don't come back as the same name. Yeah. They disappear for everyone. I throw them off the channel. What they do is sit around and make 5, 10, whatever, stupid fake accounts. But see, that's one of the things I'm doing up in Washington, D.C. Not just the post office, but the bullshit text numbers that you can get. These apps that you can get and just harass people with phony phone numbers. That's got to go. That's got to go. But I got to get with the senator and stuff to write a bill to do that. That's things that they got to make legislation and law on. And that's another main reason I'm going up to meet with my federal senator. Kelly Clark, whatever it is, of Arizona. So they can keep their bullshit up all they want. They won't stop. They're just evil. They won't. But everything they do is another crime, whatever. So, yeah, they just bury themselves more and more and more every day. Thank God that the lady they had incited, you know, her fury and me, come to her senses, you know, and is telling the truth and stuff. And thank God that Bryson come forward And, I really don't think he's in it no more. They keep trying to convince me he is, but I really don't think he is. Now, I could be fooled. Been fooled before. But I really don't, that'd make him the biggest sucker on earth to give me $600 and apologize, turn around and start doing it again, wouldn't it? And the funny thing is, all these people think that they can use these talk to text and stuff. It all comes back. Every bit will come back. Every computer that I have, all these numbers and everything to, and stuff, every one of them can be traced. Yeah, we can't do that. Just like they tell you can turn your GPS off, your tracking off. Yeah, but not to the United States government. You can't. Nope, nope, nope. Your phone's always got your GPS. Now, to other companies, other people, yeah, you can turn it off. You have that feature. But you can't turn the government's part off. GPS is always going to work for that government. And all this stuff, people think that they hide and wipe on computers. Unless they destroyed that hard drive, it's there. And see, the thing is, I've got all the stuff on all my phone's memory sticks and stuff. It's got all the information, the IP address and stuff. So, I guess they can be as stupid as they want, but eventually, one day, I will get justice. Exactly. They made it so you couldn't turn your phone off. They wanted to be able to see out of your camera, hear out of your microphone, and know where you are. Ding, 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 Will. 2 points on that one. That's exactly why they made all the phones where you can't take the battery out no more. Exactly. You're a very smart cookie. Way back. Way back. It was either the first or second year. And I'm pretty sure it was the first year. Pretty damn sure it was the first year out. Yeah, I hate that they did that too. I was, doing a thing somewhere, and I had a laptop that had a virus or something, and it was really screwed up on me. And I went to like Office Max or whatever. They wanted 2 weeks and $100 and some. Number one, I didn't have the money. Number two, I couldn't wait 2 weeks to get it fixed. So I'm, fuck it. A couple days later, I'm setting up like I am now. I forget where. And talking like we are now. Something come up that we were talking about. And I'm like, yeah, I got a damn laptop. And they want 2 weeks and $150. Whatnot. He said, oh, yeah, really? I fix computers. Where are you going to be at later? And I said, well, I'm going to spend the night at the Walmart up, such and such. And he says, hey, I'll drop by. I said, well, I'll be up there after dark. And hey, people tell me all kinds of things. And some come by, some don't. More times not than yes. But not dramatically, you know what I mean? So, if he showed up, good, great, but if he didn't, I wasn't betting on it, you know what I mean? I was surprised that just like an hour after dark, a motorcycle pulls up, and it's him and his old baby. And he comes up, and he has a little fanny bag and whatnot, and a disc and this, that, and the other, and I get the laptop out. He sits down and fires up a joint, and he's playing with the computer a few minutes. By the time we smoked that joint, he had that computer running like brand new. I mean, it was quick. It was every day. It was great, Wow, Very, very impressed. And he says, hey, man, watch this. Now, back then, I had the flip phone. Where it closed up, had a little camera on the outside, whatever. And it was laying on my stove, which I never use, pointing up to the ceiling, the whatever. Anyhow, I'd laid it down and just put it there. We're over here, stove's over there. No one's nowhere near that phone or nothing. No one's touched it. And he starts doing a couple whatever on the keyboard and whatnot. And within 2 minutes, 3 tops, I'm going to say 2 though, I see the exhaust fan of my range hood through my phone. And I'm like, what? And he says, hey, if I can do this in less than, I think it was 3 minutes, just think what they can do. Grabbed his little fanny pack, told me to have a good evening, and rode off in this, evening with him and his old lady. I always knew. But back there in 2014, this guy proved it to me. He literally proved it to me. Oh, they can try. Man, that's why I have hardwired cameras on here. If I had Wi-Fi cameras on here, they could break into my camera system. Anybody that can hack. That's why old stupid kept saying he was going to hack into my system. And I'm like, dumbass, it's hardwired. You can't. But all these, your doorbells and these bulbs you put in and stuff, they're all hackable. A good hack, they can sit there and watch you. Anything. It's all hackable. Every bit of it. Yeah. You know why they went to the cell phones that nobody talks about? Do you know why they went to the cell phones and they are very, very, very few payphones? He didn't want to get in my camera. He was showing me that he could break into my phone in less than 3 minutes without me giving him any information or anything. Just my phone number. He broke into my phone and showed the still in the RV and said, if I can do this in less than 3 minutes, just think what the government can do. Yeah. And a couple years after that, they made it where you couldn't get batteries out of the phones or nothing. The reason they got rid of payphones? Wiretapping. Cell phones are considered airways open to the public. Anybody with a scanning device can listen to your calls and stuff. Telephone was hardwired. Therefore, it took a warrant for FBI, police, or anybody to listen into a phone call and all. Just like you couldn't call people from different numbers and harass them and stuff. Telemarketers, there was laws against them calling you and stuff. Nah, they had to get rid of that shit. Get rid of all that warrant stuff. Cell phone stuff, they don't need no warrants, no nothing to eavesdrop on you at any time or any place. That's why they got rid of hardwired phones. Oh. Why did he want to get in my cab? Just being the stupid trolls that they are. They tried to say that they seen me snort cocaine in Colorado. Yeah, they say a lot of things, but they've never got these videos that they claim that they do. Kind of funny. No, CB radio's just like a cell phone, Will. It's open to the public. Citizen band. Citizen band. Yeah, it's just like the you know, anybody with a receiver can listen in on your CB conversations. They don't need a warrant or nothing. It's just like the cell phone. That's probably what gave them the idea to make the cell phones. Yeah, if it's hardwired, back then it required warrants and stuff. When it went and they changed it all to public airway, like CB, only they don't call it citizen band, they call it cell phone, we got fucked. We got fucked. Oh, they're beyond stalkers. Get him, watch them. Man, they're beyond stalkers. Like I say, their day's coming. The good Lord's going to send the FBI, or see, the FBI is the one that does cybercrime and all that. No. Good Lord's going to help me out. I got all the faith in the world in them. You know, the closer you get to the man above, the more the demons come to attack you, right? They don't want to attack the people that are doing wrong, because they're already on their way to see their master, Satan. They come after the people that's doing good and trying to get others to do good and doing good. Those are the ones that get tormented like Christ did. You know what I mean? They don't have to worry about the thieves and the robbers and stuff. They're already doomed. You know what I'm saying? They have to come after the good people, the ones that are trying to make good and trying to be with the Heavenly Father and stuff. So, yeah, the closer you get to your Savior, the more the demons come after you. And that's just a fact that I've found out for myself. Will, you've never heard of a scanner? You've never heard of a scanner in your life? They got programmable scanners. All you do is put that on scan, and the closest signal is going to be the loudest one. Yeah, no, it's way too easy. They make scanners specifically for that and all. That's why the government, when they really want to do their sneaky shit and all, they use sat phones, satellite phones. They don't use the Wi-Fi. You know, it's like a TV. You can find out what frequency they are and start on channel 1 and go up and listen for, you know, who you're listening for. TV's a lot easier, I would think, than a cell phone. But they have cell phone scanners and stuff. Of course, you know, you got to know where to get them and all that and whatever. But, yeah, that's what our government does. And I know if the government can do it, other people can do it. Goodness, I thought somebody would stop by now. I'm going to have to find a new spot tomorrow. Yeah, I got to get off of here shortly and feed my dogs and eat myself. Oh yeah, they do. They can track your money. Man, They can track anything they want nowadays. Oh, see, I didn't know that, Pete. I didn't know that they do, and that's sad that they do that. But hey, much love back at you. Much love back at you. Real scary world we're living in now. Real scary. They showed a soldier over in Ukraine or whatever, and I mean, to me it looked kind of more like a setup. Why was this being filmed and everything? But there's a soldier there on the ground, and he hears the drone coming, and he's just, like praying or whatever, because he knows he's doomed, and all of a sudden the drone hits his forehead and it blacks out and all. But we do have that. We do have that technology, What's that? Exactly. That QR there is a petition that says nobody belongs in your pot. People just scan that petition and get the QR and get on the petition. Yeah, that's the best way to do it. Put tape over your camera. But my question is that the only camera? Is that the only camera? That one's there. There's nothing saying that behind this screen and whatnot that we're talking, there's not another camera. People think, oh, how good this is. I got cameras on both sides. And I love that feature too. But they didn't do it for us. No, they wanted to know who you were talking to and stuff. What better way than to put a camera on both sides of the phone? Facebook. They don't just get to know you, they get to know all your friends. Because you have your friends, this, that, you see? All of it is government surveillance, government control. Them against us. Oh, I think they proved that fact. Now, whether they're still putting them in or whatnot, I don't know. I'm not going to take one apart. I don't have the one to take apart. But your smart TVs, oh yeah. Your Alexis, all your stuff like that that's connected to Wi-Fi are listening devices for the government. Proven fact. Not just a theory anymore. Absolutely. If I was sitting here talking about golfing and this, that, and the other, boom, before you know it, I'll have golfing shirts, golf clubs, and all that stupid shit show up. Yep. Like when I mentioned I need a generator and stuff. Oh, hell. I had all kinds of ads, ad after ad after ad of generators and stuff. Yep. We'd be talking about solar. I'll get, all kinds of stuff for solar. But, yep, they absolutely do. I'll be damned. I'll be damned. Well, that nobody wants to. The reason Trump's talking about, all these kids from school coming to the military now, nobody wants to join the military. Nobody wants to join the military. Their recruitment and all that is way. Why do you think they're bringing the draft back and all? It's sad. Nobody wants to go fight their wars. And it's their wars. It's not my war. I didn't vote for it. Did you vote for it? It just puzzled the hell out of me that the world, for some reason, believes that other people have the rights to tell us how to live and everything else, to control the world. What gave them the right to do that? God didn't give them the right. You know who did? We the people, by not standing up and saying, yo, let's take it back to the way it was supposed to be when we first come here. We came here to get away from British rule and everything. That's what this country was totally about. And what are we? Under British rule. It's an illusion. We didn't get away from British rule. It's right here, and that's what we live in. We did at one point, until the Federal Reserve came in, the the Titanic sank. And all them people that was against the Federal Reserve sunk with it? Yeah. And the thing is, all of this one can research real easy. Real easy. But people won't. They just soon believe the lies, and it's like the flat earth and the round earth. If one researches, it's out there. But if you're locked in your head, no, I was told birthday, it's round. Well, I was told there was a freaking Santa Claus, and guess what? There's not. It's the same damn thing about people trying to convince me we're on a spinning ball. Hell to the no. Go read the book of Enoch. Go read the book of Enoch. It will tell you that you're 1,000% wrong on it. Why do you think they left that out of the Bible? Could be a really good reason. It talks about the portholes that the moons come in and out of, and the sun comes in and out of, and it talks about the moon and the sun moving, not the frickin' earth. There's a lot of knowledge in the book of Enoch, but I can't get a lot of people to go read it. The book of Enoch's what made me believe 1,000% in Yahshua and Yahweh. It explains everything. One's just got to read it. No, they're going to bring in, they're bringing the draft back. They've got to. Nobody's joining, so they're going to make them join. Yep, nobody's wanting to go. Oh yeah, all that happened at the same time. Absolutely, the big reset. It was the big reset. What they're trying to do right now is another big reset. Your 15-minute cities, the digital currency and all that's coming is the big reset. They did it years back when they killed off the people that didn't want the reserve, when they sank the boat that was supposedly the Titanic, that was not the Titanic. That was a big insurance scam. I mean, all this stuff is researchable and provable now. And the Rothschilds are the ones that started the school system and paid off all the doctors and everything to get away from natural medicines and stuff. and pharmaceuticals became, which are made of petroleum. All your pharmaceuticals are petroleum products, 90% of them and whatnot. Pharmacy. I mean, it's literally in the Bible is, what is it, like wicked sorcery or whatever. Yeah, no good at all. You can't spell healthcare without THC. You can't spell pharmacy without harm. Hey, Will, you know me, I just tell the truth. Ain't the truth will set you free. Nah. Nah, Well, damn. Nobody showed up this evening. Here, let me change the color mode of the lights or something. Maybe I need to speed it up a hair. No, they ain't as slow or fast. Huh. There got to be some way of speeding that up. Yeah, slow. How come there's not a fast? Oh, sorry about that. I'm not paying attention. You're only a conspiracy theory until it comes true. And we need some more conspiracy, because damn near every one that I know has came true. Oh, I wouldn't mind trying freeze-dried candy. I wouldn't see the disadvantage in it. Oh, yeah. A little bit different pattern going on out there now. Well, shucks, folks. It's about time for me to get out of here. I love all the conversations and stuff. I really do. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Right on. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. That sounds like a plan, my friend. That would be cool. Man, I want some of them nerd ropes. Or better yet, when I met Afro Man, his entourage, the ones that, you know, sells the CDs and helps them set up and all that. I think you call it entourage. Anyhow, his people came out and gave me 2 pieces of bacon. Oh my goodness. I gave a strip to my veteran friend that I bought a ticket. Tom, the guy I gave his RV to, and he gave it back to me. I had to take him to Afro Man with me. And when I was given 2 pieces of bacon, of course, I gave him one. I kind of regret it a little bit now. Not really. Man, that shit was so damn good. And I'm not really a bacon nut. Yeah, I like bacon. But man, whoo, it was fire. It was good. And I got pretty well toasted off of that bacon. That's probably the best edible I've had on the trip. I've had some others that are pretty good, but I think the one from Afro Man's crew was the best edible I had on the whole trip. So far. Well, my friends, let me get on out of here. Any last questions, comments, or concerns before I go? I'll do one more hit with you, and then I'm going to have to feed my bigger dogs, and the puppies are taken care of, but I don't want to make them wait too much later, and I got to feed myself, but yada, 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 you know. Put my flags and posters and all that stuff back in for the night. When I have to do it twice in a day, it's just double the work. It's a pain. That's why I don't like where you have to move every 2 hours downtown. If it wasn't such a pain in the ass, you know, moving everything, I wouldn't mind it at all. If it was simply, you know, drive and find another spot to park, I wouldn't mind that. Where did I put my damn glasses? I just had them. Oh, there. You're not seeing comments. Biden crime family, how you doing? Yeah, well, I've got the filters. I've got the filters turned on because of my trolls and stuff. They report every one of my videos and stuff, like they do TikTok and stuff. As long as I keep these filters on, not made for kids, and put the administrators as YouTube, I have no real control over that. But I tell you what, it keeps my channel up and on, and that's all I care about. He didn't know that we had a hurricane center? What kind of idiots do we have working in the government? That might get a little bit better attention. Kind of shake up the pattern a bit. I didn't say anybody said anything bad. Yeah, Biden comment, he didn't say anything bad. That's just the name he's using, I guess. The Bidens were a crime family. Come on. Oh, okay. Darn. Oh, goodness, my back hurts today. My back hurts. Okay, Jack, I know you're sitting up here because you're hungry. Give me a few minutes. He's not in his normal lay down spot. He's trying to tell me, Dad, it's past dinner time. Normally I feed him right before the live, but I didn't have a chance. Well, my friends, I hope to catch all of y'all tomorrow at some point. Good Lord willing, the creek don't rise. Noon on YouTube, 4:20 on Facebook, 7 p.m. on YouTube. Hey, Michelle, absolutely. Thank you so much for that. Absolutely, 1,000% agree. Y'all have a good one too. Make sure you get a friend to sign that petition this week. Set a goal to get one friend a week to sign that petition. Help me out, my friends. Help me out. If we ask, they have to listen, but we have to have enough voices to ask. So, it don't cost anything. A couple minutes of your time, a name, an address, and an email, and you can be on what should be the biggest petition there is right now. Come on. Stoners unite. The people that don't even smoke but believe in cannabis. Come on, let's unite and give them our voice and see if they will really do the will of the people or not. I'd like to find out. Well, y'all can catch me tomorrow. Please subscribe to the YouTube and set up the live notification. And if you hit the likes, that would be good too. Thank you, my friend. And always remember, people, it's all about peace, love, and cannabis for all. One team, one dream, united we stand, and if we try, we can all get along. My dogs love you, I love you, and most of all, Jesus loves you. Have a wonderful evening. Hope to see y'all tomorrow. Peace.